Hello everyone. Recently I was looking at the Cypress Guitar channel and I see this question that I thought was kind of interesting. In this following example right here, where we have a list, how would you query an element that contains workspace 1? Look, it's in two places, workspace 1, workspace 1. And you don't want to find just the first li element that contains workspace 1. You want to find first org2 element and then find the workspace 1 after it at some place. So this is an interesting question. I got to thinking, and I think this is an excellent example to show. So let's switch to the code editor where I have this example prepared. So I have my list and I have a workspace 1. It is after org2 and it has an ID. So I want to find workspace 1 and make sure it has the ID answer so we don't accidentally find this one. All right, right now it has the list, you can see it, but the test is empty. So the first thing I want to do right here is to find all li elements. So I'll get my list li elements, and this will return all 5 elements. So now I have to start filtering. From all 5 elements, I want to extract just all elements after org2. Which means I have to find org2. Okay, so here's how we will do it. Once we find li elements, we get a list. Okay, and it has all the elements. If you want to be really cautious, you can say should have length. And for example, I know it's 5, you might say greater or equal to, I don't know, 3, just to make sure the list actually is populated with the data. So now that I have a list, I have to find org2. Now, this list is a jQuery list. The easiest way to go through the elements and find something, like in this case, index of org2, is to use Lodash. So I'll say index, and this will be the index of org2. I'll say Cypress underscore, which is a Lodash library, find index. And we have to pass the list, okay? And then we have to pass a function, a predicate function. So we'll say item inner text is org2, okay? So at least it didn't crash, so that's good. Now we want to make sure that we found the item. If find index doesn't find an item, it returns -1. So we can expect index, so found org2, to not equal -1. Now, the cool thing about adding an expect assertion right here is that it actually prints it right here in the command log. So I can see that it's index 2 and it's 0 base, so it would be 0, 1, 2. So we found the right org2. Okay, so now that we found the index, we want to use that index to slice the array of items and only consider all the items after that index. So we can return, and again, using Lodash, it's very simple to work with jQuery elements. We'll say list and the index, but we want to take all the elements after the org2 index, so we'll say +1. So we're returning it. Okay, once this callback finishes, we get a sliced list of items. So we can say should not be empty, for example, which is an assertion. And notice that it shows all the items after org2. So we got the correct part of the list. And what do we do with that part? We can search for workspace 1. Does it find the right one? Exactly, it found the right one. It searches only that list with 2 elements at the end. And now we can assert that we found the li element with ID answer. Perfect. So we grabbed all li elements, got the list inside the callback, found the index of org2, and then sliced the array and returned only the list items after that index. And now inside that list, we use normal Cypress command contains to find an element by text or regular expression. And we checked that the item we found is the right one. For more examples like this one, you can check out my Gleb Bakhmutov Cypress examples website. I put it under the recipes search part of the list, and you can find this recipe by just searching in the search on that site.